yeah, man, this is it. These are my paintings I've been doing. I guess because of my background in painting and things like that, I've never been very good at using computer programs and things like Illustrator and stuff. So when I went into thinking about doing graphics along with Chris and talking to Paul about it all, my natural instinct was to think of things as like objects and take pictures of them, because that's kind of how I would like document a piece of artwork I'd made. I'd take a picture of it. So I'd deal with skateboarding in a similar way of thinking of it as an image, like a window into something else, like an image of something. Maybe I could show you the... So this is one graphic that we've just recently finished. This is it empty without the contents in it. We were just putting different objects on them. Shia sent me a box actually of all his memorabilia from LA, from all over the years. I got a classic Paul Shire cap, but I couldn't fit it in the shelf, so he couldn't fit that one in. And his book that he takes with him on tour everywhere he goes, he sticks things in that like Copenhagen Pro. Funny. Got his famous Leatherman that he sent all the way from LA. The file's really cool if you look at it, because it's so worn down from gripping boards. We had that in the graphic, like chilling here, I think. You know, this was so rad, but it was too big. It took up too much of the board. It's like an abacus thing that he's had for years. I mean, when I got sent this, I was like, the fuck am I going to use that? So it's one of the sickest is Bernard's collar, which is his dog. So that's in there. So yeah. So stoked on this frog because ages ago when we first met Sylvan, we used to say like, we used to call him Sylvanian Families because it's like a famous collectible kid toys of like different families of different like animal groups, but I found on eBay this vintage frog. He just looks so cool. You can see he's been sun bleached there. He's so vintage. For my board, I started with Morrissey, one of my biggest idols. Had to get him in there. He's sitting there. Just playing around really, just moving things around and seeing what looks good to make up a kind of little story about the skater. I put a pear in mine for some reason, it just looks so good in there, but I don't especially like pears. So far, it's worked really well because you can kind of construct images that still have quite a graphic-y effect to them just by the colours you use, and then you can still work them in a computer and add text over the top and sort of interlay that digital quality into something that's more tactile. And then another graphic that we're doing, which is so cool, is like this VX 1000 camera that the guy we're working on a video with, Jake Harris films with, it's like the old format. I just put it on this plinth here and realised it looked so cool like that, and it was asking for something but I didn't know what, and then I had flowers in the studio for doing something different. For Sylvan's board I had some flowers, just put these in it, and I was like, that's it, that's the image we're going to work on. And that gave birth to the name of the video too, which is Vase, because a vase is a container for something beautiful in history, throughout history, through painting, through sculpture, for anything like that. So I was thinking of the device in which films are skating is in a sense part of the artwork in itself. They're fun, man. There's a lot. They breed a lot of things to think about and talk about. That's what I like about the graphics. Each board we try and do it like a piece of artwork. So we spend a lot of time thinking about it. It's not something we just knock off and make three, just change the colours and just make another version. We try and think of each one quite tentatively.